Biggie Smalls once rapped, either you're slinging rock or you got a wicked jump shot. And well, Big, once again, things done changed because no longer are sports the way out for people from underserved communities. The grit and toughness that made athletes from the hood coveted by college coaches and recruits has been replaced with the desire to seek out athletes from quote-unquote good families. Bloodline and DNA are now words used as often to describe an athlete as quick, strong, and skilled. So this has created a pipeline of Nepo babies now taking over sports. And while Bronny James has been a major topic of discussion this year, I remember Kobe Carl, son of George Carl, getting actual NBA minutes. Arch Manning and Elijah Arenas are next up in the long line of athletes whose last name we are already familiar with. So Samaria has the dream of sports being a way out the hood been erased by the Nepo babies.
No. Because I feel like even some of the bigger names, I'm saying just because you have a name, I mean, obviously, okay, we're talking about Bronny James. His dad is LeBron James. Okay, so maybe he kind of fell through the cracks a little bit, but I still think that you have to have talent. I really do.
Yeah, for sure.
Because if not, you're going to get called out on it. But it does help if your dad is whatever. And I'm thinking about like a player like Scottie Pippen Jr., right? Played at Vanderbilt. Nobody was going to the games at the time. He was with the Lakers G League. Now he's with the Grizzlies. He's one of those guys that's been kind of quietly working and really putting in the work. I don't think that he got nothing was given to him. If I'm not mistaken, he went undrafted. I'm not really sure, but so I don't know if like nepotism is like in full swing.
He's good though. I want to acknowledge that.
Scottie Pippen Jr.
Yeah, I like his game a lot. He's gonna be a pro for a very long time. But even outside of like players' sons, there are coaches' sons, right? Like there are roster spots that have been taken up by coaches' kids. For instance, I was just watching the other day.
In the league, or are you talking about college?
College, right?
Mark Few's son.
Why are you on the court? Why you got a jersey, bro? You supposed to be the water boy. And there have been others. So I get that there is something to be said about genetics and DNA creating, just a super athlete or giving somebody somewhat of a physical advantage, right? Like if you're a freak athlete, Dominique Wilkins has a son that is highly regarded as well. He'll be at, I think, UGA, if I'm not mistaken. But there's just a large swath of players. Trevor Ariza's son, Matt Barnes's children. Like there are a lot of children whose parents used to be in the league who are, getting eyes. And I remember there was a time when sports in urban communities, and I'm talking primarily, black and brown communities, right? Like it wasn't so expensive that people from these areas were priced out of competing. And now, because of the cost of participation, kids from these environments can't even afford to be a part of programs that in years past would have saved their lives. AAU basketball is ridiculously overpriced. Yeah. It's damn near pay to play, to be able to travel, right? To the gear. And now it's not just go to the park because kids ain't outside at parks anymore hooping, right? So the Nepo babies, more so than Nepo babies, there's a social economic climate in sports now that has relegated people from environments that do not have a large abundance of money or disposable cash uncompetitive because they cannot pay for a trainer 3 or 4 times a week. They can't pay for that customizable, personalized one-on-one interaction with a skills coach, which a lot of these children, who some of them just so happen to be Nepo babies, can pay for. And so that athlete who fostered his skill on the playground, he doesn't exist anymore because ain't nobody at the playground. It don't exist. So maybe not Nepo babies per se, but the wealthy, sports and basketball in particular has become an upper class sport.
I can see that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Basketball is the new golf.
Or baseball. Baseball is high too.
Yeah, but
we're trickling out of baseball too, black people, because it's really expensive.
Yeah, so I miss the hood. I miss the trench babies being in sports. Like I miss the Mike Vicks. I miss the Allen Iverson because there was a level of relatability for me anyway. And that there was a culture. Now I don't really see too many athletes who create culture. They're all like perpetuating a culture that already exists. Allen Iverson came in and created culture. Mike Vick created culture. And so I think we've lost quite a bit of that and a lot of like individuality. Now the kids are so poised. We're getting like just there's no personality, there's no flair. I miss it. I miss the hood guys. Anthony Edwards is kind of that, you know, but now he's shooting 11 threes a game. So y'all let us know your thoughts on Nepo babies, or more specifically the social economic climate of sports, whether or not it has taken the idea of hope away from people growing up in environments who do not have a lot of disposable income. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below.